Where were you born?
I was born in a small town in Pennsylvania called Coudersport, Pennsylvania.
Caldersport?
Coudersport.
Coudersport.
Mm-hmm. Probably about 5,000 or 6,000 people. It was a logging area. My dad worked in the area as a logger, and that's where I was born.
That's where you were born.
Mm-hmm.
And you lived there for how long?
Well, I was about 5 or 6 years old when we moved to Cleveland.
Oh, yeah?
And we moved to Cleveland. We were in the St. Vitus area, down at 61st and St. Clair.
Oh,
yeah. And I attended St. Vitus School and East High School. And then when we got married, I moved to Mayfield Heights, and, well, you know the rest.
Well, you move around, don't you?
Yeah, I sure do.
How'd you get tied up with music?
Well, I'll tell you what. When I was a kid, about 11 or 12 years old, I saw Eddie Platt play with Johnny Pecan at the old St. Clair Recreation for a Christmas show. And at that particular time, I saw this instrument he was playing, which was a saxophone, and I kind of just fell in love with it. And so I took it from there, and I started studying with Eddie Platt, and Eddie Platt for years kind of taught me how to play. So Eddie's a favorite of mine, and that's how I started to play music.
All right, I'll tell you what. Give us the name of the first tune here. You've got the thing over there.
I think, let's see, what do we have here? The other one, yes, it's Tomsick-Polka. Yeah, that was on our when I was with Art. That was our latest album, which we cut. I think it was in '82 or '83. And, well, let's send that out to my family. And, of course, to Eddie Tomsick, if he's listening. I doubt that. He's up in Detroit, but you never know.
Okay, we're back with the Polka Showcase with Al Markic and Bill Tomsick. And that was...
Tomsick-Polka.
Was that your first recording?
No, that was...
that was with Art.
That was with Art,
yeah,
right.
But have you recorded before that?
Oh, sure, many times before that. In fact, this was our last album.
Oh, yeah?
Tomsick was on that, and we had The Lasting Love, and Frenchies, and Euclid Villa, Quick Stop, you remember that?
Yeah.
Let's see, Polka Punch and Corrida. You probably remember that Mexican song. I don't know where we got that from, to be honest with you. But that was a fun thing to do. Yeah, this brings back some memories, all right.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. I've got to go into spots, so...
Go.
We'll do that. All right, we're having a little problem here, and we'll get that straightened out very quickly. This thing is messed up here, so I don't know what's wrong with it. But anyhow, you're listening to the Polka Showcase with Al Markic and Bill Tomsick, and Bill, we're back on. So, as you were saying...
I kind of forgot what I was saying. Oh, yeah, we're talking about the album.
Yeah, right.
All right, you want to... well, the next one...
We can play a next one.
Sure. That one's Lasting Love. That was written by Art and Roger DeBenedict. The two of them put that thing together, and I kind of forgot what it sounds like. It's been a long time since I heard it.
You ready to listen to it?
Yeah, sure. Let's listen to it.
I'll tell you what, we'll play it. We'll play it.
Do you know what love can be? A pretty church a ring, to her will bring more happiness for everything. Do you know what love can do for a boy like me, whose love is true? Your church a ring, with love I'll bring, and lasting love for two.
And we're back here with the Polka Showcase. And Bill, I got to ask you, you played with Perko how long?
About 30 years.
About 30 years, huh?
Yeah, we were together a long time.
Get in front of him, that's it.
There you go.
Yeah, okay. About 30 years with Perko.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, boy. Who were the guys in the band?
Well, if you remember, you were part of the band at one time.
Well, short time.
And then you went out and got your own group and what have you.
Yeah.
And then it was, well, of course, Art Perko, Ray Sturley, Mike Dragus, Roger DeBenedict right after you, and myself.
Yeah, Roger took my place, huh?
Roger took your place.
Yeah.
Right. And you went out to start your own band. I think it was the Almars. I
Yeah, I
think you
think
started
so.
at that time. And
Yeah.
it's been a long time ago.
Yeah.
Think about it a minute. And we were together for a long time, about 30-some years.
I'll tell you, you get some of the old timers in here like yourself, and boy, I'll tell you, you have a tough time thinking of what's
I
going on.
know. You think you remember, right?
I'll tell you,
And then all of a sudden,
I had Strukel in here one day, and him and I go back when we were young kids, when we played over at on 222nd Street in the beer joint. We had to have somebody come with us. We were making 50 cents an hour.
I can remember those
Big
days.
money, boy.
In fact, if you recall one time, back with Al Strukel, I played about 3 or 4 jobs with Al when you were still with Al
Right.
Strukel in the old days.
Right.
And I was just a young kid then. I think I was still in high school.
Yeah.
And boy, that
That's
was
going
a long
back a
time
day.
ago.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
ways. Yeah. All right, I'll tell you what. Let's go into this next number and see what we've got.
Okay, the next one is Frenchie's Polka, and I don't recall where this come from. We just started playing it one day, and it's been part of our music library ever since. So I don't remember where it really came from. Art started playing it one day. We started playing it together, and all of a sudden we had a song. It's called Frenchie's Polka.
Good. We'll send this out to John over here,
There you go.
our extraordinary engineer. And we're back here at 1560 with the Polka Showcase and our host, Bill Tomsick. And you've been with Perko for about 30 years, you say. Did you guys ever go to Europe?
Not with the band. No, we never did.
Not with the band, huh?
No, that's one thing we never did. And it's too bad we didn't. We should have taken advantage of the opportunities, but we never did. There was always something else going on, so we just never
true.
got around to it.
Yeah. You've got something there? You guys are doing something?
You know, the Art Perko band, probably, we went into retirement, if you will,
Yeah.
1986. We played our last job in October, I believe, of 1986, and that was the last time we were together as a band. Roger, of course, you know, retired to Utah. He's living out there with the Indians and the Mormons. And
Why? Does he like it out there?
well, he says he does, and I believe him. I think he does. There's a lot of land there, and it's wide open. And he's got the horses and whatever, you know. That was Roger's bag all his life. He loves
Yeah,
horses.
he loves horses.
He loves the outside. And I guess he's very happy there.
Is he doing any playing?
I talked to Roger about a week ago. Of course, you know, he was in for the Polka Hall of Fame.
Right. I heard you guys tore the place apart.
Well, I don't know about that, but we sure did have fun. Well, anyway, Roger, I talked to him about a week ago, and he's playing with a big band in southern Utah now. Of course,
yeah?
he plays with the Southern Utah Symphony Orchestra, too.
He does, huh?
Yes, he's playing bass.
Oh, plays bass.
And now he's with the big band, the dance band, and they're playing about twice a month. I mean, you know, they're all retired people,
Yeah.
sort of. And he's really enjoying that. It's 5 saxes, 3 trumpets, 3 trombones.
I heard he was having some trouble with his hands.
Yes, he has.
Yeah.
But he's okay for about a half hour or so, then it starts catching up to him, and he has to put it down.
Us lousy guitar players all got trouble with hands.
I know, I heard you got some problems, too. I heard about that.
You heard about it,
Yeah,
huh?
Roger's got the same problems you have, sort of.
Yeah.
And he's having trouble strumming the banjo. I guess that really takes the hand action or whatever to play a banjo. But he's doing okay. But anyway, like I said, the band's been retired for over 11 years now. And we got back together for the
Polka Hall of Fame
thing. And it was really a lot of fun. Roger come in. As you know, he was honored as an honoree or whatever. I don't remember exactly myself now. But anyway, they called us at that particular show the Blast from the Past. It's kind of stuck with it. Well, after we did the show, we said maybe we ought to do this again and get the band back together again and have a reunion thing, which we're going to have in April, on April 5th and 6th. And on the 5th of April, we'll be in Saigon, Pennsylvania, along with the WATJ Orchestra. And then on Sunday, April 6th, we're going to have a bash at Rahar Hall with the old band again, a reunion type thing. Roger will be back again.
Oh, really?
Yes, he'll be coming back again for that. And along with us on that day, we'll have some guests. We'll have Eddie Adamick from Detroit. He'll be doing a thing with the Art Perko Band, the reunion band, if I might add that. And George Stadahar will be up there doing a thing with us, and Donnie Whitilla, of course, and some of the other people that we don't even know who are. We don't know who they are yet. Pardon me?
Is that a Sunday?
That'll be on a Sunday, on the 6th.
Maybe I'll get a chance to stop in.
Yeah, that'd be great. I wish you would, because you were part of the band.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we'll be looking forward to you to come up there and doing a couple songs with the old Perko Band. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
I'll tell you what, I can mimic, but I can't play.
Well, that's okay. Well, between you and Roger...
my playing days are over.
Are they really?
Yeah, really.
That's too bad.
Yeah, we were down to Tangiers, and it was time to play. We had 3 bands, Pecan, Strolled. Told Kuhar, you play next, and then I'll take the last shift for dancing. And I got up there and saddled up, and told Jake, G of G, 1, 2, 3, and nothing happened. I put it down, went to the bar, and had a drink.
You're kidding me.
No, that was it. January 29th,
Remember that.
that's 3 days from now. Well, 4 days from now.
I heard about it.
That was the last time I played.
That's sad.
Yeah, no, it's not sad. That's life.
No, it's not. All the years that you've played, and you were a part of this, and a very big part of it, I might add.
I'd still love to play, but I can't do it.
That is really too bad.
Impossible. Yeah.
Well, Roger feels for you too, because he has sort of the same problem.
He knows what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you see Roger when he was in?
No, I didn't get to see him. No, I wish the heck I could have.
Oh, he looks great.
Yeah, that's
he's
good.
Same old Roger.
That's good.
He's good people, but he's having a ball out there in Utah, and but he really misses the Cleveland area, and he really admitted that when he was here for the Polka Hall of Fame show. And I think down deep in his heart, he'd probably want to come back. But he's got a commitment out there now, so I don't know.
He's got to stay there.
He's got to stay there.
Yeah.
Why did he go way out there?
Yeah, why did he go way out there?
Well, I'll tell you why. Okay, let's talk about Roger for a minute.
All right, I'll tell you what, you got 30 seconds.
Well, Roger, okay, I'll give you 30 seconds.
I'll go like this.
Okay. Years ago, Roger did a lot of work out in the Las Vegas area, Reno, and what have you, with all the various bands. And he played with Frank, he played with some jazz groups, he played with all kind of bands. And while he was out there at that particular time, he just fell in love with that part of the country. And he said, when I retire, this is where I'm going to settle in. And that's what he did.
Okay.
So did I make 30 seconds?
Yeah, you made 30 seconds. We'll let her go.
Okay.
playing America's popular favorites from the heart of Maple Country. This is 1560 WATJ in Chardon.
Nick, Frankie Turk, myself, Joe Panecki.
Oh,
and
you had
Bob
Joe
Yartz.
Panecki? Yeah.
Mhm. That was the very first band I played with.
When did Joe join you guys?
Joe was with the group when he was already in the Don Slopnik band, or the Frankie Turk band in those days, before I became a member.
Was that before or after I had him?
Oh, no, that was way before.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Joe and myself were 15 years old at that time, so I'll tell you how young we were.
Jeez, I got him out of a Manners joint over there on Lakeshore Boulevard. He was shorter to cook.
Well, whatever. This was before that.
Before that, huh?
Yeah, and then Donnie and myself and Joe Panecki, we broke off with Frankie Turk, and we went with Donnie Slopnik as the Donnie Slopnik Orchestra, and featuring Joe Kostrick. Remember Joe?
I remember that band, yeah.
Okay, then we were together for a few years.
You guys used to play over at Gorshi's.
Yeah, Gorshi's.
Yeah.
We played all over.
Yeah.
Gorshi's and, well, in those days, anything we could get. And I was 15 years old, you know, and Donnie'd have to come over and convince my mother it was all right to go out and play a job. You know, Donnie being a few years older than me, I always convinced my mom it was okay. But at any rate, then after being with Donnie for a few years, I went with the Joey Luja Orchestra. You remember Joey?
I remember Joey well.
And also Joe Panecki was part of that group.
Yeah.
In the early years. Right. Joe Panecki, myself, Ray Sturley,
yeah,
and Mike Dragus.
Mike Dragus, huh?
That's how the three of us got together. Mike Dragus, Sturley, and myself, along with Sturley came right after Panecki left.
Okay.
And then we were together for a few years, and then I went with Richie Badnell for a while, with Norm Novak, and I guess Mike and Ray, they went on with Louis Bites, I think.
Uh-huh.
So we just happened to get together one day, and we said, you know, it'd be nice if we could get together again, you know, the old band with you know, everybody was sort of playing with other groups. So we decided to organize our own band. And of course, I went to school with Art Perko, so I knew Art quite well. And I said, well, let's go talk to Art. Maybe he'll, you know, maybe he'll come along with us. And sure enough, Art did leave his band that he had at that time, and we organized a new band, and at that time we called it the Art Perko Band. And then we were together for 30 years.
Great.
So that was quite a bond.
Good. I'll tell you what, let's hear another one of these Perko tunes that you're on.
Okay, let's try a waltz.
A waltz you want to try?
Yeah, this is Hopeful Lover's Waltz. This was also written by Art.
Here it comes.
For true lovers, hopes and dreams, in each other's eyes they see all the love they know can be, with a heartache now and then, still their love will never end. Looking at their love, they'll see their love can be.
Okay, we're back, Bill. And
You know what? This next one, Al, this is called the Tomsick-Polka. But let me just say a few things about this particular song. This song was recorded and written by you and your band. I don't remember what year,
I
probably
don't either.
80 or something like that. But it was a favorite of mine. I really liked it right off the get-go, and so did Art and all the guys. So we decided we'd like to cut it too, which we did. We didn't want it to sound naturally exactly like your recording, so we just did it a little bit different. But the basic song is still the Tomsick-Polka, written by Al Markic, and it's just, I think it's a great song.
we named that for Euclid Villa there on 260 because the Knauses were friends of ours there, and we knew them. We used to go up there and visit them once in a while.
Is that right?
And that's why it was called Euclid Villa Polka, yeah.
Well, we just left the name. Whatever you guys called it, we called it the same thing.
I
We
guess
didn't
it's
change
good
it.
enough. What the heck?
Most guys, they go
Yeah.
on, they'll change a name of a song, and then you go play with another band. You don't even know what you're playing. And
Yeah.
he'll mention the name of a song, and you have to say, "Hey, play a few bars" before I can recognize
Right.
what you're doing.
Well, I'll tell you, 10 different bands will play the same song, and it'll be 10 different names.
There you go.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so you don't know what's there.
Well, anyway, this is Euclid Villa. And
Okay.
this was on that same coming out album.
Let's I'll tell you what. Let's play that for the gang at the Euclid Villa.
There you go.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah, the Knauses.
There you go.
Okay, that was Euclid Villa. And we did that for the Euclid Villa apartments over there on 260th.
Well, I didn't know that. I just like
Well,
the
now you
song.
know it,
Now
see?
I know that. But I remember hearing it, and I said, gee, I really like that song.
Yeah, it was a good tune.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was.
Yeah.
Well, you want to spin another one here before your spot?
Well, I'll tell you what, we almost could, yeah. I was going to ask you something that slipped my mind. Of course, at this age, why everything slips and goes. What was I going to ask you? Yeah, I remember We played someplace down in Pennsylvania where you went down into a valley like, and I don't even remember what it was or where it was. I've often wondered about that when we played there. You were there.
Was that Feeder's Grove?
No, it wasn't Feeder's Grove, because Feeder's Grove is on a level.
Okay.
Yeah, this was, you went down a hill and from the parking lot down a hill and like into a wooded area. And Jesus, it bugs me. It's bugged me for the last 50 years.
Trying to figure out where it's at?
Where it was at, yeah.
And you're asking me? I can't
Well, you were there.
I know I was there, but
All
I don't
right.
remember.
I figure maybe you knew.
No, I don't remember, Al.
You don't remember, huh?
No, I don't.
Okay. All right, I'll tell you what. Let's go into that.
Well, I'll start thinking about it.
Start thinking about it. Yeah, I'm gonna warp your mind here. You can read off the next tune. We'll play one more before we go into spots.
All right, let's try My Nancy.
My Nancy.
That was a favorite polka of Nancy.
Yeah?
Remember Nancy Slapnik?
Well, I remember
Nancy's
Nancy
wife?
Slapnik.
I believe it might have been written after her. I'm not
I have
really
a
sure.
Nancy too.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, let's
So,
try it.
We'll send it out to them.
All
To the
right.
Nancys. All the Nancys.
My Nancy, I love you so, more than you ever will know. You thrill me, you always will, and I'll never let you go. Your dream is my dream, it always will be. My love is true, can't you see? My Nancy, say that you care, and my love you'll share. My Nancy, I love you so, more than you ever will know. You thrill me, you always will, and I'll never let you go. Your dream is my dream, it always will be. My love is true, can't you see? My Nancy, say that you care, and my love you'll share.
Okay, and we're back with the Polka Showcase with Bill Tomsick and your host, Al Markic. And we changed the record. We're going into the next one now. So, what do you got on there?
Well, Al, the one that we pulled up here now is something we did way back in 1969.
You mean that's an early one?
That's an early one. Well, we did one or two earlier than that, too.
Did you?
Yes, we did. Our original, I don't have that one with me today, is the Peanuts album, which you did with us.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And that was in
Remember
1965. That was 1965. Recall?
That early, huh?
Right. Long time ago.
Long time ago. Yeah.
Doesn't seem that long, does it?
We're talking, what, 40 years?
Oh, about that.
Yeah.
We'll do the math. But anyway,
Yeah.
this is the original. This is the original track from the 1969 recording that we did. I believe it was. Let's see. This was at Old Cleveland Recording. Remember Ken Hammond?
Yeah, yeah.
He did the engineering for that, for this particular album, rather. And let's try this one. Let's try Tiny Bubbles. This is going back a ways.
Tiny bubble in the wine makes me a feeling I'm gonna love you till the end of time. La 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 la. With a feeling I'm gonna love you till the end of time.
Okay, that was Tiny Bubbles, and that's going back a ways. Like somebody just said, they didn't know it was popular at that time, going back that far, but I guess it was.
Well,
or it just came out.
I think Don Ho recorded it probably a year before that.
Yeah.
And, of course, he did it quite differently. He did it the Hawaiian way.
Hawaiian way, right.
And we did it the Cleveland way.
You did it the Perko way.
Right. Well, that was fun doing.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the next one here, if you want to go to that, Al.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll hang on a minute here, and there's no times on there, is there?
We got 2:12.
2:12? All right, we'll wait till 2:12, and then we'll start it. How's
You got
that?
it.
Yeah, so we can end up with it. Yeah. Okay, I was going to ask you, you guys did a lot of playing around in Pennsylvania in various places.
Very much so.
Yeah.
In the 60s and 70s, we did about almost half of our work in the Pennsylvania area.
Yeah.
Mainly around the Pittsburgh area.
If you can remember that place or think about that place that I'm talking about,
I've been
let me
thinking
know,
about it ever
because,
since
boy,
you mentioned it, and I still can't put my finger on it.
That
I can't remember.
was in Pennsylvania, and I remember we got there, it was kind of getting dark. Must have been...
Well, that's why I don't remember it. It was getting dark. Well, I'll think of it. Or one of us will think of it.
Yeah.
Before this show's over, Al, I'll bet you one of us will think of it.
Oh, I'll tell you, that's bugged me for years. I've been thinking about that for many, many years. I said,
Hey, Dragus, if you happen to be listening,
Yeah.
and you can remember, why don't you give us a call over here and try to pinpoint that area we played or that spot. And that was in the Pittsburgh area, Al?
That was around the Pittsburgh. Someplace, well, I don't know. Someplace in Pennsylvania. Probably in the Pittsburgh area.
Wow. Maybe Mike will think of it.
Yeah, and Mike, I'll call you for next week if you're not doing nothing. We'll get you out here. And maybe by that time he'll think of it.
Right.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Introduce this next tune and we'll go to it and we'll end up.
Okay, the next tune is Strike Up the Polka Band.
And here we go with Art Perko.
Make life a gay holiday.
Holiday, holiday, holiday.
Polka your cares away.
Hey, wait, hey, wait, hey, wait.
When I hear a polka band, everybody's shouting, and my heart is feeling gay.
What do you say? What do you say?
There is no time for the blues.
What the blues, what the blues, what the blues?
When you got those dancing shoes,
That's you, that's you.
troubles disappear. Happiness is here, so strike up the